Welcome aboard. It's Captain G to Global War 85's Turning Point 4.3 Soviet Global Command. We're going to jump right into it. Should be a quick turn, just a few combat movements, attacks, and the use of nuclear weapons. All right, we'll start with tech. Our 5 dice, we're still rolling 4 because we haven't hit it at all. PGMs, we need one more success for AMD. This is computers, which we're sitting where we started, stage 2. 5 is new. 5 is CAT drive for our submarines. Caterpillar drive for the fans of Hunt for Red October. And 10 is chemical weapons. NATO has achieved chemical superiority, so we need to get this to complete chem weapons. All right, so 5 dice. Walk into the randomizer, but only 1 come out. Hopefully 5 come out. High numbers. Ooh, not bad at all. I see a 10, an 8, an 8. So the only fail, and a 9. Whew, I thought that might be a 6. So that's outstanding. 4 for 5. The only miss, well, computers. Okay, so hey, that's fine. So I'm on the board, stage 1 for PGMs. I complete AMD. I'm yelling because I'm not using the microphone because of the whatever happened last time. Caterpillar drive I got, so I moved to stage 3. Super awesome, fantastic. And now I complete chem, which is also super awesome, fantastic. All right, so now let's go down to here. So we have 2. Let me just jump over here. We've now lost 2 heroes of the Indian regime, and in their honor, we are going to request release of nuclear weapons on the women and children of Pakistan. So here you go. Take this off. And we need an 11 or 12 on either of these 2 dice. Our chances have now doubled. That's a maniacal laugh. 8 and 1 added together is still not enough. All right. So we've actually thought about it and declined to be the first nation to use nuclear weapons. That would be a horrible label to have. All right. Purchases. I almost moved directly to combat. Purchases. We walk in this turn with 40 IPP cash on hand. We're going to buy a Top Gun ASF for 8. We're going to buy a fighter for 8. We're going to buy a light infantry for 3. We're going to upgrade an existing light infantry for 4 to an air cav using our military advisors to go in and show them how to jump out of helicopters. We are going to buy a destroyer and a frigate, and we're going to upgrade a minor shipyard in the strategically important Caspian Sea so we can produce capital ships here and protect our home waters against this guy's minor shipyard. Whoa. All right, so that's all the buys. Oh, except our friends, India. We're going to send them a destroyer for 2 IPP since they're paying 4. All right, now let's go to attacks to announce. The first attack will be, and I'm not rolling it right now because I have to announce a few others, combat actions. So this will be a border attack, just, a skirmish along the frontier. But Pakistan has deemed that they will use their recently acquired nuclear release authority and nuke themselves, because my units have to cross the river, so we're clearly fighting on the Pakistan side of the border and retreating, and they're going to nuke themselves. Brilliant! Tabletop tactician. I'm just jesting. All right, and now up here, combat movements. I am sending, let's see what you can see. You can see, and there's good enough. Okay, so from A9, our supercarrier is going to embark 2 ASW helicopters, and we're going to deploy them So it's combat movement. 1, 2, 3, and put them on ASW patrol in A6 off the carrier. All right, so that's a combat action. We are similarly shifting from N1 to A9, the one remaining ASW helicopter. N1 to A9, the one remaining ASW helicopter there. And then here in the Baltic, can you see my, yes, okay, good. I'm going to shift this A14 patrol from its airbase in Leningrad, move it one zone to A12, and I'm going to operate out of the Allied air base in East Germany. And because it's Soviet and Warsaw Pact combined, I'm allowed to use it for everything except building. So I'm going to use it to have my ASW helicopter patrol there. Okay? Super awesome. Fantastic. So that completes all of my combat movements and declarations. Now let's throw some dice for this nuclear confrontation, this border war. And perhaps after this, the people of the world will realize why India is standing up to the maniacal dictator in Pakistan and their imperialist puppet masters in Washington. So there you go. So you can see the battle as well as the dice tray. How about that? Super awesome, fantastic. Okay, so first up are two conventional, ordinary, everyday, but super accurate based on last attack. Artillery, first strike to at 3, which doesn't really matter because his artillery is also first strike. So I got him, and if he was anything else except a nuclear artillery, he wouldn't fire back. But he is firing back. And he is firing back now. I rolled 2 dice because I have 2 units. He has 1 unit, so he would ordinarily roll 1 die, but he's going to roll 3 dice now because of the extra nukes. And this is just for fun to see what he would have gotten before destroying his own planet. All right, 10, 5. This is cocked, but I'm going to re-roll it for him. Just give him the benefit of the doubt. 5. 5. Okay. So swing and a miss, but there is a nuke, which means for all those with Geiger counters or nuclear trackers, the fallout level, thanks to Washington, is 1. The fallout level is now a 1. And there's no reason for me to roll for any of the other attackers because my artillery, marksman of New Delhi, got the hit. And because he used nukes on me, India now has nuclear release authority in defense of itself or its soon-to-be colony in Pakistan. All right, so now let's get to non-combat movements. Where's my orders from Moscow? All right, so we have a few of them. Let's put you in a spot of superior observation. Can I do that? And where's my superior observation thinger? All right. Oh, sorry, Mr. B-52. Camped out in Diego Garcia, knocked you over onto the American fleet. Okay, so I'm going to go around and speak more loudlier. All right, I want to make sure you can see it. Sorry, I should have checked the view before I just set you up there. And yes, you can see everything from there to there and down to there, so there will work. All right, so from Leningrad, using this major port, we're going to send a SAM by sea lift to Svedland, just for fun. The other SAM, using the minor army base strategic movement, is going to move 1, 2, 3, and go there as well. But sea lifts are fun. Also moving from Finland, this entire force, which is an artillery, 2 rocket artillery, and 4 mechs. So I'll move all of it but 1 mech. 1, 2. And I'll do the status of forces recap. But that, again, that was an artillery, 2 rocket artillery, and 3 mechs that joined the force that's already there. The remaining mech that stayed is moving up into Murmansk, to join the 2 mechs that are there on garrison duty, protecting our borders from Norwegian snipers. I'm going to move this naval fleet in A12, which consists of battle cruiser, 2 amphibious assault ships, battle cruisers carrying an ASW helicopter, 2 cruisers, 2 destroyers, 2 frigates. We're going to embark the expeditionary force here in Götaland. And that force, we're going to leave the attack helicopter. No, we're embarking the entire force, remember? Oh yeah, thank you. So that is 3 Marines, an MBT, and an attack helicopter, survivors of the ferocious fighting in Götaland. And they're moving 1, 2, 3, where that amphibious task force will remain at sea, conducting training in seasickness prevention and rust prevention. So lots of painting of military equipment so it doesn't rust in the sea spray. So what's the point of having an air superiority operating platform without air superiority fighters? So onto the supercarrier, I'm sending from the Baltic states this ASF 1, 2, 3, 4. ASF 4. And then from Murmansk at this air base, 1 ASF flying 1, 2, 3, 4. So now I have 2 ASF. And I'm also going to send the fighter in Baltic states 1, 2, 3, 4. The fighter, and he'll land, because I already have the helicopter, if you will, on 1 amphibious assault ship. The fighter will land on the other amphibious assault ship, and the fighter from Murmansk will fly 1, 2, 3, 4 and land on the carrier. So this fleet has 2 ASFs and a fighter on the supercarrier, and an attack helicopter and a fighter on the amphibious assault ships, as well as 1 ASW helicopter from the amphibious assault ship that I didn't put on combat because I needed to embark those guys. This frigate in A9 will motor out one. He'll go 1 to A8 where there's his friends from the Warsaw Pact. 2 from A7 where there's the diesel electric, and then move into A6. And I'm going to move all 4 diesel electrics into A6 as well. 2 of them will, for no particular reason, go down here to patrol, and 2 will remain up here for no particular reason. Okay, super awesome, fantastic. I'll play with that for my own amusement later. All right, in Leningrad, I have an attack bomber that's going to move off camera. I know you can't see this. He's going to fly down to Afghanistan. That is a attack bomber flying to Afghanistan. I thought I had one more fighter. Where do I have that other fighter? I guess I do not. Might be the one okay, never mind. I'm looking down my list. ASF, attack bomber, Afghanistan. The Bear bomber from Volgograd and the Backfire bomber from Murmansk are both going to move to this air base in the Baltic states. Now I'm going to take you to another part of the world. So let me move your perspective, because I think that's everything I have in the... Oh, no, there's... While I'm up there, let me just grab him. There is one surviving airborne from the Battle of Svealand. He will take aircraft from this minor airbase and he will airlift to Angola. So the airborne from Svealand will come down here to Angola, and that'll be a good opportunity to shift your perspective to Angola. Whoa, calm down. This Flak 88 stand sometimes causes me problems, but in general I like it. All right, so down here in Angola, this new Soviet task force for the Angolese has a light infantry, an airborne, and a fighter with the ASW helicopter. Okay, I'm going to come over here where I have a Soviet destroyer who's going to move 1, 2, 3. He cannot go in port because that's not a joint base, I don't believe, and I don't think there's anything on the... No, the sea base is not joint, so he's just going to be at sea. All right, and then because I don't want to leave my friends in Yemen or Ethiopia to fear for their lives based on the new hostile attitude of NATO and invading third world minor neutral factions, I'm going to move the Black Sea Fleet to include the nuclear submarine 4 sea zones. Oh, well, if I tip it back so you can see, you get restless. So using the extra boost from the sea shipyard, 1, 2, 3, 4, as well as the nuclear submarine. So that task force, again, and I'm going to put this back, is a heavy aircraft cruiser, which has no aircraft except for the ASW helicopter, cruiser, destroyer, frigate. And they are here in I-5. Okay? I-5. Let me check. Angola, yep. I moved all those, moved those. Oh, now for the North Atlantic. Last time I did my turn before NATO, and I moved my subs to be up there next to his carrier, and then he goes and moves his carrier, which obviously I didn't know about. But then Tabletop Tactician moved up, so that was nice. But this helicopter is not nice, so I'm going to move both of these attack helicopters, subs from A-20 and A-21, 1, 2, 3, to shadow the opening in the, one in A-32, one in A-39, and they are both on silent running. A-32 and A-39, both on silent running. Okay, let me check my list one last time, because I almost forgot those guys. Attack bomber, bears, destroyers, subs, rocket artillery, fleets. Yes. Okay, so now we're to place units. And let me get you back on this. I don't have to tilt the camera stand back as much, so hopefully it'll be fine if I give you this observation point. All right, obviously the military aid, which out of order should go last. The destroyer is going to India, and it's going to go in port with the rest of that flotilla. Okay. And for the rest of the new units, I'm going to build the fighter at the airbase in Svealand. I'm going to build the Top Gun ASF at the major airbase in Volgograd. The air cav will be in Angola, where the light infantry was. So that takes care of him. Thank you, Mr. Military Advisor. The light infantry is being built at the Army base in Svealand. So that's that card. The destroyer and the frigate will be built in Murmansk in port in Murmansk. And the minor shipyard upgrade to a major is also in Volgograd. So that's the entire build list. And moving rapidly at the end of the turn, to the end of the turn, I'll just stay where I am, you stay where you are. And I'll bring this to both of us. And my income did not change. I remain at 40 IPP. So 25, 30, 40 IPP for the Soviets. Next up is U.S. Global Command Tabletop Tactician with 4.4. And hopefully he keeps the peace. Otherwise, there'll be trouble. It's Captain G, over and out.